this is Chris, and you're listening to One Cross Radio. And today's episode is something a bit different. And by that I mean, we recently launched a Patreon, which I'd love if you guys could check out. It's patreon.com/onecrossradio. And we put up a poll asking our patrons, hey, what episode would you like to be today's? And this is the one they voted on. This episode is a watch-along I did back in April, and Mike was wonderful and edited the video and subsequently the audio, and that's what we're using today, of a watch-along I did with Mike and lead star Danesh Hanbury of a film of Mike's we worked on called Steen's Revenge, which was just such a blast, and it was so good getting together with Mike and Danesh over Skype and just having those friendship dynamics just pick up like right where they left off, which is so much fun when you can have that, where it's been years since you've talked to someone and it's like, man, it hasn't been a day. And Mike, Danesh, and I had such a blast working on the film together, and I think we formed a real bond that Mike and I have had since 6th grade. But Danesh was just a blast to work with, and I hope the fun that we had comes across in this episode. Okay, so yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to hear this episode. I also do want to quickly shout out our patron, Nathan Marchand. Thank you so much for being a patron for us, man. I appreciate it so much. And I appreciate you so much, not just because you're a patron, because, dear listener, if that name sounds familiar, it's because I've plugged Nathan numerous times, because Monster Island Film Vault, Nathan's podcast, is outstanding. I did the 2 Gamma Ray episodes with him, and Nathan has just been a dude I've been blessed to get to know over the past while. Aside from doing that 2-part episode with him, he's a guy I consider a friend, and we've become friends, and someone who I can pray for and who I know is praying for me, and works with such integrity and passion that I just love that he's a patron. So I wanted to shout him out for that. So thank you for being a patron, and thank you for being just an awesome dude. And listener, please check out those episodes I did with him, and look up Monster Island Film Vault, look up his website. I'll make sure both his personal and the Monster Island Film Vault websites are also in the description, and hit them up on Patreon as well. Dude works so hard, brings such an energy, and is so good, so awesome. So just wanted to shout him out. All right, enough of this 3-minute intro. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, dear listener, and hope you're staying cool. God bless, take care, and enjoy. Hey everyone, this is Chris, and you're listening to / also watching One Cross Radio. And today we are joined by 2 wonderful gentlemen, Mike the Awesome Director Naulls, and Danesh should have been the Prince of Persia, Hanbury. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
Good, man, good.
We're good.
And it's true, he should have been the Prince of
I
Persia.
know, it means
In my heart, he's the Prince of Persia.
I'm like,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
damn you. One day I'll meet you and I'll be like, listen, man, you stole my show.
Why did they get a Swede to play the Prince of Persia?
And dear listeners, for those who and viewers, for those who don't know, Danesh is a terrific actor who I met through Mike through a video that we're going to actually watch today, through a short film called Steen's Revenge. And Danesh is, like I said, a terrific actor. You see a lot of range in his performance throughout this movie. But he's also gotten to be someone who's great to chat with, and we did a couple Q&As back in the day as a bonus feature on Mike's YouTube channel. Some of them got included on the DVD, and these guys are just so much fun to hang out with and talk with. So since we're in a quarantine for an extended period of time, I was like, hey, why don't we just watch this? Because I can't believe it. It's been almost 8 years since this movie's been released.
Yeah.
And I feel like I probably watched it more recently than you gentlemen. I think I
I'm
watched it
sure
about
you
2 years ago.
did. I maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Let's say two. I started to like. I noticed two mistakes, or well, one mistake and one thing I wanted to remove, and I started to like special edition the movie, but that just faded away.
Dinesh, when was the last time you checked out Steen?
It was probably a few years ago. I think it was probably around the time where Mike and I met up to talk about like doing volume 2. And then, yeah, I think that's probably the last time I. How long ago was that? That was 2 years ago.
I don't know, a long time ago. That script has been languishing for a very, very long time.
Sorry. We got a first draft. That's something.
Well, it's not a complete first draft. There are a lot of holes in it. There's a pretty solid first act, though.
Yeah,
Like
that
is there.
That's pretty solid. It's like start.
Yeah.
I think now's the time to film though. I mean, everybody's locked indoors, so we can just sneak on the sites and film and then dip before the cops show up.
I don't have the money to pay $1,000 fine.
Whatever. We'll all just record our own like our scenes independently through
Yeah.
Skype, and we'll just edit it all together.
That'll work, right?
That'd be awesome.
Modern technology, yeah.
It can be a practice for Steen the musical, or
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Steen live performance.
oh my gosh. So before we start, just because some of the listeners and viewers might not know the history, Mike and Dinesh, when you guys first met each other,
2008.
It was
my gosh.
2008.
2008.
oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Wow. Wow.
Family Man.
Oh,
right?
and it's earlier than I thought. It was late 2007.
Oh my.
Either that or early 2008. Like, I know it was cold, so it must have been.
Yeah, it was freezing.
It was freezing, and you weren't wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Any chance I get, what can I say?
I understand. You got to show off the tattoo. You didn't have the tattoo.
I didn't have the tattoo. Wow. Yeah, that was a long time
It was
ago.
a long time ago. Yeah, I know.
Remember the Ninja
I
Turtle hat?
I had the Ninja Turtle hat. Yeah, that was your audition. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a goatee that was really nasty. And yeah, it's a long time ago. I was but a boy.
Yeah. Wow. That's like 12 years ago. That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
Time is
I
freaking weird,
yeah.
man.
No. It was fun. It was a good. I mean, sat in the back of a van with no shirt on and like minus 30 weather, but like it was a good time.
That's where you guys met? I thought it was for the audition for Family Man.
No, we did this really bad short film called Office Party. Really bad short film for
I remember
school.
watching it.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and Dinesh auditioned for a role of a hippie in the van.
Hippie in a van.
I remember we shot the scenes. We shot Dinesh's scenes, and then we went to McDonald's afterwards. And at this point, I was already preparing for Family Man, and I was like, you know what? I want you to be in my next movie. And he was like, cool. And that was it.
That easy. And then, yeah, you're gonna play like an assassin, and I was like, even better. Let's do this.
When do we start? Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Well, I remember with Family Man just because I like the experience that Mike had with it.
Yeah.
He didn't let me see it for a long time. It was like another year or two before he eventually let me borrow the DVD to watch it. And then as I'm watching it, I'm sending him the notes just because I'm like, I recognize what you were watching when you were writing this. Like I see the influence there, and then
Oh yeah, there were a lot of references in that movie, and to Steen's Revenge.
Well, I did the same when you sent me the Steen's Revenge script, and then when you sent the draft for Steen Volume 2, I'm just like, I know
this movie.
I know the inspiration.
But then one of the notes I sent him, I was like, dude, the best part of this is Steen. Like he's so interesting, and that's when Mike had the segue of he's like, well, if you think that, you should check out my new script. And then it was Steen's Revenge. And I'm like, awesome. And then from my end, it was so much fun kind of being peripherally involved, because Mike and I had a lot of fun just coming up with that montage of death where so many things involved a grenade and a box of cereal and a mailbox. I think there was one where you go to use the toilet and there was going to be a grenade in there.
You push the lever and it's actually just a grenade pulling the pin out.
That one we never filmed, but it was.
No, I just came up with that one.
Oh, I wish we had. That would have been great.
But then I also got to help location scout a bit, and with getting set up with Touch, filming there, and then being on set with you guys was just so much infectious fun. And I feel like you and I hit it off very quickly, Danesh, and then Ruby would show up and just be like, "What is this? Like, what am I getting into?"
You guys are so gay. The bromance in here, the three-way bromance is just...
there was a pretty strong bromance that I must say. I would, like, every time we would get ready to shoot, like, because we were shooting mostly on weekends, and I would, like, Saturday morning or Sunday morning would show up, and I was just so happy because I was like, I know I'm just going to go spend the day. Like, it wasn't even about shooting. It was just about just being completely ridiculous and just joking around. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's unfortunate in a way that when we were shooting, we were on such a cramped schedule. Like, we could only use that room for 2 hours. If we had like the day to just have so much fun and just mess around, find out what worked, and that would have been the best.
It would have been the best. It was, There's some good. We had some laughs though. We had some good laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so many made the blooper reel. That blooper reel, I revisit at least once every couple months because it just leads to such guttural laughter.
I have that effect on people. No.
Callback. And then just so many random things. I love that the alternate take that that was in the bloopers where it was after the reveal of Ruby being
Ruby's true.
So good. I actually showed that to somebody, and then they were like, "Wait, are they upset that this person's trans?" I'm like, "It's got nothing to do with that."
Okay, I didn't even think of that. Like,
Don't
that's
make
one of
this
those
political.
things that can be offensive because people are so sensitive, right? Like, oh, this movie's anti-trans. What are you talking about?
It's like,
you just
this
kissed the
person
dude
who
who didn't
destroyed
like
your
it.
life has manipulated you into kissing them. Of course, you're gonna react very violently.
Very negatively. Very, very negatively.
And it was to me, it wasn't even about like the fact that it was like it was about who it was. Like, this is the guy he hates beyond anything. Like, that to me, that was like the motivating factor to the disgust.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I ever considered that. I just thought of, I think what was in my mind was Ace Ventura when Ace finds out that Einhorn is a man. And he like puts the plunger on his face and sits in the shower.
Oh man.
You guys find so much more depth in the writing in the movie than I even intend.
Character, I needed like. No.
Yeah. It was so funny to me just because that was like the only time I ever caught that, because everybody else who, if I had shared this with friends or whatever, they loved that twist. They were like, "What?" They hadn't even seen Family Man, but it did such a good job of setting up the hatred for. Yeah. What's Elliot's character's name?
Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
We just know him as Elliot.
Well, yeah, you're just like you're calling Ruby, not.
Yeah, that's true.
Lucy.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I forgot.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Yeah, speaking of Elliot, I need to reconcile with him. Like, I was going to, but then all this COVID stuff happened. We're cool. Whatever happened in the past, that was like 12 years ago. I think it's time to move on.
There.
Sometimes when I'm driving towards his place, I see him out for a run and I yell to him, but he can't hear me because he's got earbuds in. But I always tell him, "Hey, I just saw you and I yelled at you." Not in a like you suck kind of way, but hey, Elliot.
Not in a newspaper clipping in the movie kind of way.
Yeah, not that kind of way. No.
You're the worst.
Ruined my life for several years. I made a revenge movie because of you.
Just
You canceled the rip-ons, you monster.
Yeah. I finally took that website down. It was time.
oh,
was-
wow.
Yeah,
Forgot about the website.
I didn't know about the website.
Paying $10 a year to keep it up. I'm like, I don't need to waste this $10.
That's fair. That's fair. No holding on.
The videos are still up, so that's fine. The website was just a website
Yeah.
that pointed you towards the videos. So,
Oh man! And then I think you guys are the only ones who have kept in touch with Johnny. I remember the limited time I got to work with him. He was so much fun.
Yeah,
Johnny
he was.
was so
yeah.
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. What is he up to now? Do we know where he is?
No idea. I think last time I spoke to him was at least 4 or 5 years ago, and like I sent him last time I sent him a message, he didn't respond, so I figured he's at a different number or email address or whatever way I tried to contact him. So I have no idea where he is, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I,
yeah,
I, tr-
Awesome.
I tried to find him on the Steen's Facebook earlier today, but he's not on there. So I was like, oh, I guess he's not on social medias.
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess not.
I just remember that last shot of the movie where he rolls up and I texted Mike being like, Vanilla Ice is on the scene.
It's Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
When we get to it, you'll see it, but it's perfect.
It's Vanilla Ice.
like that cuts attention so much.
Oh my.
Because it's such a nice surprise scene, but then you're like, oh man.
Did I put that in the script for volume 2? I think I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
I think when Steen is describing what happened, he says some guy looks like Vanilla Ice rolled up. If it's not in there, it will be.
yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh man.
Baby.
When this is all done, we gotta get this happening, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, it's gonna be an older, slower Steen, but
Oh yeah, no, that was the whole idea. Like the idea is, spoiler alert, the idea was that it's kind of like an old man Logan or like the beginning of the Wolverine kind of thing, where like Steen has been he's basically just like a shadow of himself. His hair's all long, he's all scruffy, he's a hobo basically, and he's lost. He doesn't remember anything because he was hit by the car, which hasn't happened yet, but it happens at the beginning of part 2. Spoiler. But yeah, he's hit by a car and he loses his memory, and so like he's lost in the beginning of the movie, which I think is a really good image or whatever idea.
No, when I read the script, I was like, huh, I really like that. And it's definitely a good way to go. I mean, Rocky did it with Rocky Balboa, as you just mentioned, Wolverine, and then Logan.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises had a random 8-year jump for reasons unknown, but
That movie sucks. I tried to watch it a few weeks ago. It sucks.
there was, yeah. I mean, I really there were parts of that movie that I thought were really good.
Yeah.
Moments and performances that I was like, oh, that's what I wanted, but it wasn't throughout the whole thing. It was just little blips.
Yeah.
I've gone back and forth on the movie. I've never been in the it sucks camp because there's enough there that I like. And even though it's not what it should have been necessarily, like I love Tom Hardy's Bane. Michael Caine's performance in it is outstanding, And even though it's got a lot of story flaws, it's the first time in a long time where I was like, or at least when it came out, it was the first time in a long time where I'm like, this is a true ending to a trilogy. Like this is a proper trilogy capper. It's not doing the whole, well, we did 3 movies and we called it a trilogy. It harks back to the first one, like addressed everything that happened in the second one. Whether or not well, that's up for discussion. But it still did enough there where I was like, you know what? There's enough that I dig. But the Bat voice was the worst in it, where I'm like, man, it just kept getting. You should have just kept it where it was at from Batman Begins, where it was good before it's like, oh no,
Hope starts with
mouth breathing. All right, I think this is just gonna become a whole like, let's Batman or Bane.
We're really going off on a tangent. We're here to watch the movie.
Okay.
This is what happens when we get together, man.
Yeah.
We're riffing, man. We're riffing.
Yeah.
We're rocking and we're rolling.
Yeah.
All right. So also, before we start, I just gotta say, Danesh, one of the things I love from the sets and the on-set experiences, and it shows up on some of the YouTube videos, is when Mike and I would just suggest a song, and you just start singing it.
You know, it's funny. Last night, I was just for some reason in my head, I was singing all these '90s songs that I remember Danesh sang when we requested. Like they just popped into my head, like "Runaway Train" by Soul Asylum. And, what else was I singing? "Sex and Candy." Marcy Playground.
Oh my God, also great song. Yeah, I used to sing. Wow. And for listeners and viewers, you need to all know I am not a good singer. I am like off pitch. I raspy, horrible voice. It is not a pleasant experience to hear me sing, but they enjoyed it for some reason. So, and I never have people enjoy my singing. So this was like great for me. So I was like, I'm gonna sing all the time.
You were a jukebox. We could just say a song and you would sing it.
I love it because the video of it's still there, where it's "Ain't No Sunshine."
Yeah, you sing "Ain't No Sunshine,"
full,
and
I'm trying
to get you to stop so we can shoot the scene, and you just keep going with "I know." Okay, that's enough. I know.
So good.
Fun time.
All right, so I think that's a good point to to get to the movie. So, this will be fun. We're all at the start, so we ready to press play.
All right.
Ads come up on yours. Tell us so we can pause accordingly.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Here, I'll count it down, and then we can go. In
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I think we're a little out of sync. Whatever.
I'm on the Lunch Like Films, and bullets are going all over the logo, Mike.
Yeah.
All over the
Okay. Fire.
Brick wall. In
The
place.
brick wall's on fire.
I remember seeing this scene and being like, wow, Mike made me look way cooler than I am.
You look so awesome in this scene. Like, so awesome.
Where did you guys film this?
Right around the corner from where Danesh used to live. But before he used to live there.
Yeah.
Like, it was a business, a strip of businesses, like a strip mall, but not really a mall. And it got torn down, and I was going by because it was right by where I worked. And I was like, Danesh, we're shooting the scene tomorrow in this, demolished area.
Oh, wait, are we getting the guttural roar?
Yeah, that's the best roar ever. That, like the freeze frame of you, like your head back screaming, that is the profile picture I use for Danesh on my phone. So if you call, it's just
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
I should change the ringtone to that scream. To be honest.
So, what building was this? Was this just random downtown?
It's a building uptown, actually, just by
Okay.
Shepherd. I wanted to shoot in, but they wanted money for the insurance and the rental, obviously. But I was like, I'm not paying you $500 and getting insurance for $1 million for liability. Get lost. So I just.
Mike, you gotta... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, all this stuff, this touch sequence right now in the building, like, it's so cleverly shot. Oh, the punch in the neck break is amazing.
Oh, I love this scene.
This is the Batman scene.
Batman.
89.
But you shot around this so well because it was a confined space.
Yeah, this is like the same two places repeated from different angles.
But you make it look like it's all different stuff. It works really well.
Like all the times you're knocked unconscious in these movies.
I'm the worst assassin. I get knocked out like 3 times in this movie.
Well, that was on Mike's trivia on IMDb. It's like director trademark knocks out the main character.
I really like how this scene was shot. Like I didn't do a lot of good lighting in this movie, but this is pretty good.
No, and even from like the other point of view, which that's
Steen.
you for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Wants to know.
When my sister saw this movie, she instantly knew that was me. I'm like, how'd you know that was me? She says, oh, the shape of your head. Like, oh, come on.
That's fair. That's fair. I was going to be like, that's a telling factor.
This is my big audition.
But if you don't know you,
What do you know about
don't
Jeffrey
know.
Adelaide?
So
Well,
is
this
this
is clearly
also
my
in the
voice.
touch basement?
Not much.
This was my living room in my old apartment.
Wow.
Those
Okay.
things. I think it was both angles, yeah.
Yeah.
Until the
I
lights
was
come
last
on.
seen this morning.
Yeah, and then we switched to
And
the.
then we switched to touchstone.
4:55. Okay.
Because I remember there was a day
No
you
bad.
guys were filming this, and then I
It's
accidentally
smart.
walked in, and you're like, "Damn it, Chris!"
Good man. You found him then. If you
Uh,
don't mind letting it go so I can go pay him.
Happened more than
Precisely.
once.
so you know what's funny? When I watched this, I realized
tell me?
like my
Sorry,
Irish
yeah.
accent like
Starting to
fluctuates
feel like
throughout.
it's something shite.
Really all over the place. I don't know
in my
what
head.
movie I was watching. Maybe it was like it was an actual Irish movie. I was
You want
watching
to
it,
work with.
and I just thought, you know, Danesh's Irish accent is terrible.
Sorry. I'm an independent contractor.
Like it is not even
You know what you
close.
can do, Steen?
Not gonna lie,
Any
I
man
still
who
dig
can
it.
drive a fight with Jeffrey
No,
Adelaide
it
must
works,
have
it's
some
fine.
skills. We
I
can
want-
It's
find.
explained in volume 2. It's explained. It's fine.
What's in it for me?
A large sum of money.
Money's not what I want.
Have you guys seen Avenue 5?
Adelaide.
No.
Oh.
It's this show on
You get to
HBO
find
starring
and
Hugh
reap
Laurie.
your
It's about a
revenge.
ship that gets
On Jeffrey Adelaide.
like a luxury space cruiser that kind of gets off course. So he's an actor playing the captain,
Why do
and
you
he
want
puts
to
on
do
his American house voice.
Does he need a big
But then
man
when he
around
gets
here?
upset, his
Me.
British voice
Would you
comes
go
out,
through
and
the
it's
trouble of
just,
recruiting him for your
Hugh
agency?
Laurie is always great, but it works so well in the show.
We look
whereas
down on his recent.
maybe you're doing something like that here.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Let's just say it was on purpose.
There we go.
The murder of his wife.
No.
There are some things that leave
These shots are like my greatest visual effects achievements because I was not smoking because I don't smoke, but yet there's smoke. There's a lit cigarette. I love it. It's
There's
great.
Danesh.
No, that scene was very well done.
Since you undoubtedly wanted in connection
Oh, this.
Yeah.
The shootout.
The shoot. Yeah.
This was so much fun to film. Just that day where the arm.
Oh, the arm.
I love these reaction shots when you're looking around.
Yeah.
Jumping. The worst jump ever, and the running. Oh, that's awesome. Poor guy. Why he played every single person.
Every soldier. How did two guys get behind that tree?
Ugh,
And
Johnny
of
is
course, you're out
such
of
a
bullets.
Oh. So unprepared. I'm the worst assassin.
You have the worst. You don't even have bullets in your gun.
But you don't need
But I got
bullets
a
when you
knife.
have knives.
You have rubber
Really.
knives.
And I throw once and hit two people.
And
Yeah,
then
you do too.
classic shooting from the hip.
It's the bicep shot. I know it's coming up. I remember you jumped up on a tree and did pull-ups to pump your gun for your
Yeah,
guns.
I wanted to look jacked, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to look. Oh, yes.
Oh man, this is so
Grab the
good.
gun. Smooth transition in.
Killing Johnny over and over again.
You don't even flinch when people are shooting at you. It's amazing.
You make up your... Oh, yes!
Here it comes.
I wish we could have got a better shot of that arm flying through the air, but it was just so difficult.
Just love that you ran up and smacked him in the face.
The shoot back with no look back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Just bodies and Johnny everywhere.
That's so good. Oh man, this really was a good. Like we did good.
I think we did.
You set me up!
You set me up!
So good. The blow dart to the neck.
I still have that in my camera bag, just in case.
You need to dart somebody?
Exactly.
Oh, David.
Oh, goodness.
Easy, David. Easy.
Why?
So I'm just remembering
Why?
as I watched this when I texted you, Mike, being like, I know where this is
After
going.
you. Why are you back in that chair?
Why did you feed me all that about Adelaide? He's still out there. I thought you wanted him dead.
Frankly, David, everything sounds like a plan. When one of our workers' identities is compromised, we fully facilitate his or her exit to a new location. Call it a safe passage clause in our contract. A reverse witness relocation program, if you will. David, you have a choice.
I didn't know I
You know,
acted
if you
so
go
much
on
through my
the
nose.
you will never try to find
Oh, yeah.
out again.
There's a lot of nasal work there.
So you can shoot me in the
Lot
back
of,
as I walk away.
Flares.
I can't see your eyes. That's the one mistake I really made in lighting this, is that we can't see your eyes.
Save a lot of time.
How about I kill you instead?
Oh, oh, it's coming.
What makes you think you can do that?
I picked my handcuffs.
No.
So badass.
The cuffs. I picked them. Just so good. Oh, and...
Come with me.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah.
This scene was unfortunate because we didn't choreograph any fight. We're just like, yeah, Ruby knows Kung Fu. We can just do it. But that was not a sound plan at all.
It's not a sound plan at all. Oh yeah.
Have you guys been in contact with Ruby at all?
No, not at all.
I have her on Instagram. She had a baby.
Yeah, she had a baby, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Our arse is out of here.
and she seems to be just doing her own thing. I don't know what she's doing now, but she's a mom and chilling. She seems happy.
She directed a movie, actually.
Yeah, she did.
A short documentary about fourth wave feminism. I
Yes.
didn't watch it,
I'm sure
but
there's a small
I
army
saw
looking
about
for
it
us,
this morning.
but we'll be safe here. Hey, I just saved you back there.
Same thing.
Oh,
World.
You were gonna rock. I put the gun down.
Why? For all I know, you're just another on a long list of people trying to kill me.
Because I'm gonna help you get what you want.
What's that?
Jeffrey Adelaide.
This took so long to film because
So
of how much we were laughing.
What do you want with him?
I want him dead. I have to pay for what he did.
Sorry. I've heard that one before.
I assure you, I want Jeffrey dead.
What does this have to do with you? Who are you?
Do you remember Charlotte Adelaide's maiden name?
Paige.
Right. Now allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lucy.
This was supposed to be this big, like,
Lucy Cage.
reveal of her body, and it's supposed to be all sexy,
We have to avenge
but
him.
it just didn't
Two
work.
guns are better than one.
There's a dark scene, and there's no way we were gonna reveal things.
So what are you? Some kind of assassin?
Contract killer. Assassin is so cliched. What are you?
She turns into a valley girl there. So cliche.
Well, I remember you telling me she brought a very different energy or performance to her audition. That
Yeah,
shifted in
she
this
had a
movie.
great audition.
What?
Your eyes?
Oh,
Something familiar about them?
remember that little bit later.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Big boss back
Still
there?
so good when it happens, though.
Well, someone must have sheltered him, at least for a short time. I searched Jeffrey's phone records, and the name Andrew Sullivan
I
appeared.
think I'm still just holding the gun.
I didn't even notice
I'm
that.
actually surprised you didn't check the records.
You gotta stay ready, man. You just
That's not my style.
You never know.
More
you
of a
didn't have bullets in your gun before. You got knocked out twice.
Got some-
You're not
You gotta
messing around
remember-
right now.
Oh, Adam. This guy was awesome, too.
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
I heard he was dead. He died when his house burnt down.
He's alive.
Well, I didn't know.
Somebody helped him escape. A friend.
Look, I don't know anybody who.
We must have friends.
Ready to call you so many times.
That was my Batman moment.
Oh, so good. So
How'd
good.
you know him?
We used to work together.
Oddly enough, I remember when he auditioned, because I was there in the room,
Corporation.
we both kind of were like, meh. And then when we looked at the video of his audition, the playback, we were both shocked at how good he was on camera. We hadn't seen it, but then we saw it and like, this guy's perfect for this part.
Into his briefcase for him to look at.
Yeah, exactly. During the audition, I was like, I don't know about this guy. Maybe one of the other guys was better. But then we watched the video, and it was just like, okay, this is the guy.
This is the guy.
Never forgave him for that. So.
It comes off very well. Like,
Yeah.
Started supporting me up.
Yeah.
Years later.
No, he does it like camera picks up on him really well. Like he's subtle, and so that's why the camera works a little bit better than like just face to face.
Like I said, it was weird for him to start calling me.
Like he senses tingling.
Like I just throw him in the way.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
And then I think
Yes,
this is like the
it
only
works.
blooper because we don't, or not blooper, but there's no follow up on that. Oh, I guess not. Whoops.
Just skateboard across.
They knew I was there. Somebody knew I was going there and tipped them off.
What makes you so sure they were after
I
you?
remember when Ruby saw this, she's like, wow, my look really good at this.
It was me thereafter.
You said it was a soldier from the agency?
Why?
I don't get it.
How do you think I feel? I keep getting shot at.
We'll get ready for a repeat. There's more guys on this list.
You had a lot of subtleties in your acting, Danesh. Like a lot of the eyes, a lot of the nose.
Thank you. I try.
Where are you when the bullets start flying?
I'm giving you the chance to do this. As long as Jeffrey dies, I'm happy. Wouldn't you love to pay these guys back personally for helping Jeffrey? What if one of them's hiding him? Wouldn't you love to find Jeffrey, to see that fear in his eyes as you wrap your
The
hands
irony.
around his throat?
Yep.
Like that was the idea.
You have no idea.
Ooh, that was so smoldering and intense.
It was.
There's a long
This is
list
one
of
of my
people that helped
favorites.
Jeffrey.
Like this
For
compilation
someone
is
trying to
so
disappear,
good.
He certainly told a lot of
Montage,
people
Oh, my
what
hair
he'd
is
done.
so bad. I have hat hair.
Each one of them played their part and
Shout
let
out
Jeffrey
Brad
escape.
Halsey, who just got
They
killed.
hid
Yeah,
him.
I just got
They
killed.
fed him. They
I love the
clothed
knife
him.
spins.
They
Is that
honored
right?
the man who killed my
Because
sister.
I went back to regular speed just
Yes,
for the knife
the mailbox.
The whistle.
No
bow and
one
arrow.
spared.
Oh, I love it.
Never mind Kate Bishop. You need to get on
Cheers.
that new Hawkeye.
You've given everyone
This
those
is-
bastards
yes.
to do.
But
This scene
there's still
kills
Jeffrey.
me.
Please tell me you found him.
No.
Cross guns.
He's still out there somewhere.
I videotaped my reaction to the upcoming
If
kiss,
I were him, I would leave and get a whole new
and
identity.
it couldn't even capture my true feelings. I was
I
just
don't
like
understand.
jaw dropped. in
There's
this.
this doctor.
It's
plastic
amazing.
surgeon, I
There's
think. Whose invoice I
listener
found
viewer,
in the
you
rubble
gotta
of my
look up
sister's
like
house.
the bloopers and stuff on Mike's YouTube channel. There's one
Plastic
shot
surgeon?
where
This is terrible.
from this where they were about to kiss,
Never.
and then
Beauty was in
I
the
think
blood.
Ruby laughs, and then Dinesh are like, "I was in, man." You just look so upset.
David,
Why are you
thank you
laughing?
for
I
all
was
the
so
work you're
hurt.
doing.
You don't need to thank me. We both have our reasons why we want justice.
Charlotte would be happy to know that people are paying. Thank you.
Oh, there's tender music playing. I forgot about that. This kiss was intense, man.
Yeah, seriously.
I wish I could find the original cut of it that went on like 3 times as long. But I think I overwrote it, and that's really unfortunate.
That's
guys
just
go-
Wheeler is
go
You
the
guys
on,
best.
just went all in on that kiss,
What has he
dude.
done?
I think we were waiting for a
I think
cut.
we gave Jeffrey
and
a
it
way out.
never came off. Like,
Because my jaw was
Hope not.
dropping.
We'll make him a lot harder to find.
I'll get everything the doc knows.
When you're finished, I'll be here.
I'll
Nice.
see you soon.
I'll be waiting.
Dong. Inception. Dong. Oh,
You-
Paul.
He was awesome.
He was awesome. Yeah.
I wish I could have met
My
him.
turn
I've
now,
heard
isn't
so
it?
many good stories from Mike.
He was such a pro. Like he
Yeah.
was.
Down if you'd like.
I forget what movie it was, but somebody was talking about, maybe it was music, but they knew like when so and so came on set, now it's time to be serious, and that's the way it was with Paul. Like he was a real actor. He was grown up and like, okay, everyone,
I'm sorry
Beyond-
to come to this.
Yeah.
point. This guy
Unlike
is
us,
serious.
We're just goofy.
We're just goofy.
We were just goofy, and then I felt like, oh
Not
no, I
here
have
for
to
your
up my
apologies.
game up with this guy.
I'm here to
Yeah.
give you your due.
That's like the behind the
I'm not
scenes
sorry
story
for what I
about
It
I
was all
just say
part
behind
of
the
the job.
Steen.
The job
Yeah.
for which I had all the risks. Therefore,
Slipping right back
I
in where
make
we called
no
all the
apology.
stuff Steens. The story behind
but what I am
Dogma,
sorry for
when they're like, "Look, Rickman's in this movie. He's
You.
not going to settle for snoochie boochies. You gotta be professional
What
here."
does that mean?
No.
And then Muse
Do you
went and
even know
memorized
what you've
the
done?
entire script.
who you've been killing, the path you've been led down. I know you're here to punish me for aiding Jeffrey Adelaide's escape. But you really know
We're
to
foreshadowing
what extent
the
you're
hesitation
falling
with
into
escape.
This revenge of yours. You're in a deep ocean of liaisons, betrayal, and lies, and your head is just barely above water.
This makes me want to grow my hair back out for
What
a
are you
ponytail.
talking about?
You rock
What
it,
I'm
man.
talking
Do it,
about
man.
is
Grow it
who
out
you've been
long
killing.
and shaggy. Grow your beard. Look like a homeless man. We'll shoot some stuff.
Or
All right,
who all
deal.
those men were.
I mean, if there's
Now
ever
you
time
got
to do it,
the
it's now.
Jeffrey Adelaide. They helped him escape after he murdered his wife and left me to die in the rubble of a burning house.
Well, I make no denial of that as it applies to my involvement. But how do you know what they did? Did you do any investigation or even give them the chance to explain any actions they may have carried out?
No,
or
clearly
did
not.
you just shove a gun down their throats?
Dude, both of you guys
I
are
don't
so
need
good
an
at this.
investigation. A hunch,
It's intense.
any suspicion,
Yeah.
any hint of association is enough. We are judged by the company we keep.
It's funny you should say that. For instance, did you know that Andrew Sullivan and Jeffrey were once good friends?
Found that out? Or someone else killed him?
Oh, man. You know that Jeffrey was angry with Sullivan, maybe even enough to kill him. And you know that Rick Furnish made a pass at Jeffrey's wife one day at work and misread some signals. Or that Bruce McPherson was another agent in our organization who robbed Jeffrey of a credit, as it's called, at least 3 times.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is
I love
you
how
may have
wrapped
spent
up
a
we
lot
all
of
are
time
in
in
this.
this.
I know.
No commentary. We're just in it.
You're
Like,
telling me that I
this
killed
is the big, like,
That made one
reveal.
dead.
It is.
But,
But
why did you
also,
go to
like,
them
the
for help when you
performance
needed it?
is so good, you're like, oh dang, I'm gonna hook, line, and sinker here.
I have information.
You had a list of names. Hearsay, conjecture.
See, like, Paul played this perfectly. Like, not as a man who's scared, but a man who is in control.
Yeah.
Like, he knows everything. He knows how wrong Steen is about everything.
Everything. Yeah.
And he's like, you're here to kill me? I'm going to teach you a lesson first.
I also gotta say, like, I love
You know, it's funny.
how he didn't overblow it, but neither did you, Dinesh. You both kept it, like,
I'm the
really
one man
good.
you've come
Where
for who actually
Your
earned his
character's
place on
finding
your
out, like,
list.
you've been played and are wrong the whole time, and
Yet
you're not
here I am.
overblowing it.
Sitting here.
And he's
Well,
just in charge. He
pulling
knows
your
he's
foot
about
out
to
of your
die,
mouth.
but he's just like,
And that's
I'm
the
gonna
thing. I
wreck
think
you.
He's been feeding
the
us
great thing
information.
about working with someone like him is because I'm feeding so much off of him, and he's so calm. I think it just didn't make sense for my character to
hoping
go anywhere
you wouldn't
other
see
than
this.
kind of this
Or even that
confused,
you'd find
like,
it.
trying to
After
put
you killed
pieces together. So,
But frankly,
like, and kind of
Why don't I
waiting
just
to
go
get
around?
more information from him because he's slowly feeding me this stuff, and I'm kind of, what? So,
Yeah.
props to him because I was able to feed a lot off of him.
I also really like how well
I won't give you
constructed
the
the scene is,
satisfaction.
and well written, Mike, because
Well, I'm not
you even have Steen
Thank you.
like fighting back, where he's like, I know what I'm talking about. I know this. And then as Paul's character's revealing stuff to him, then the realization, like, I've been played.
Yeah. But it's
so
not enough to stop me from killing him. Like,
No, you got to do what you got to do, right?
yeah, before even finding everything out completely, which is about to happen right now.
This is the other shot that's on the bloopers where you're about to turn around and leave, and then I'm like, oh, Mike, this light doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. You just walk in.
Damn it, Chris.
You blew a good take.
This is so good.
That's so good.
Radical reconstruction surgery. I got that line from someone. I was like, that is the perfect way to reveal it. Radical reconstructive surgery.
Surgery.
There's even an Easter egg in there. The Jeffrey's serial number is Elliot's birthday.
Oh,
Wow.
There's a lot of subtle things in the background.
well done.
When you're finished, I'll be here.
I remember when we were talking about doing this, because we didn't have Elliot anymore, and he was like, we need to figure out a way to, like, you know, because we don't have Elliot. And I think I was just like, well, he could just have had, like, surgery or something. And I just kind of threw that out there. And then the next script I get was all of this. And I'm like, oh, wow, you really went with
You
it.
really went with it, didn't you? I love the little girl running in the back.
It just gets funnier too, because Vanilla Ice. Oh, so good.
That's awesome.
So good.
And there we go. That was Steen's Revenge. Volume 1.
No.
I legit can't wait for 2. I love the ambition of it.
Number 2. Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I feel like I need to do it for closure, just to finish it. Like, I was thinking about how expensive it's going to be. That's one of the main things that's held me back. It's just like the things I have written and planned are far too expensive.
Well, we're going to Ireland, Mike. I mean,
Oh. So I'm like, oh well, I got to do a crowdfunding thing for this. And I was gonna say in the video, this is my retirement film. Just I want to finish this, so I could fade away as a Force ghost, just go into the sunset. Just
sorry, you just thank people like your Rikishi.
That was the point. I did it for the people. I did it for The Rock.
Can't believe you just referenced Rikishi. Wow.
He was. They had a Raw 25th anniversary show a few months back, and Rikishi was on it. I went nuts. Of all the people to get back, Rikishi. I thought he was dead.
That's the thing. Once you get to know Mike, just like when you're reading the writing, you're like, I know what you're watching. You can also know what he's referencing. If it's the people, it's like, all right, yeah, no. We'll joke around all the time and occasionally send each other texts being like, I did it for The Rock.
For The Rock. Exactly.
I did it for the people.
Oh man, I'm just looking through the raw footage right now. The earliest date I have is January 16th, 2011.
Oh man.
It's so long ago. No, I've got to have earlier footage than that. I know there was early because that is the scene with Adam in his in Johnny's condo.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he? That part?
Yeah.
Oh no, see, I have 2010s here. Oh yeah. Wow, we did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
While we're at it, do you guys want to watch some bloopers?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd love to watch bloopers.
What kind of a question is that? Of course.
Let's get those geared up.
I was just looking for the footage of that starts part 2, volume 2. See if I can give a preview, but I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. Let's watch bloopers.
I'm gonna request that I get to see that later, sir.
Yeah, here.
All right, so I got.
I was gonna screen share. Sorry, I was gonna screen share.
Yeah. Oh, do it, man.
Show you. Where is it? Go ahead.
Oh,
play
yeah.
Bloopers.
So, sorry. Do you guys got your blooper video lined up?
Let me find it. Here.
There's actually a few different ones on YouTube.
Yeah, the one I've got is Steen's Revenge bonus feature bloopers. Right next to it is Clapper Chris.
Yeah. Credits. Hold on, give me a minute. This is dead air.
That's all good. I haven't watched the bloopers in a while, but I remember the last time I watched the bloopers, it was it brought back some good memories. It was fun.
It was that. So I love movies, and this was like my one experience getting to work on set. So I even shared on Instagram where I was like, I got a producer's credit. That was a dream come true because I was like, I can't afford film school. I'm broke, man. I'm a social worker.
So I'm looking through my files right now, and I have templates for iPhone cases that I made, like Steen iPhone cases, and I actually had one, right? I sold that phone a few months ago, and I included the Steen case with the same. Like, we can have this. They could wonder what it is, and maybe search for
probably like, what is this? Oh, amazing!
I can't find the bloopers anywhere.
Really? Here, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, just send me the link. I'm looking at my own files. That's what.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just I'm YouTubing, buddy.
Videos. Oh, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Also, how catchy is that Skype call music?
Oh, it's great.
Can't help but dance to it every time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
All right.
Count it down in 3, 2, 1, go.
That's a good starting point.
Yeah, no, it was so much fun being on the set, and it was like a dream come true with the producer's credit, but then just how much laughter we had.
Oh yeah, we had such a good time.
Did we get that?
She's like, why are you so close to me?
Sorry I had to come to this.
I like when people like that.
It's like this. Does nobody know about Flagrate? Seriously. It's right after I picked my handcuff.
Yeah, that scene is awesome. I finished it last night. So great. I picked my handcuffs and you get this. Oh, okay.
So should I have the handcuffs still in my hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Did you do any investigation whatsoever yourself, or give them the chance to explain any actions they have married?
Okay. Gotta go further.
Farther up? Okay.
Yeah. I can see your bun shadow. It's funny.
It's a nice samurai bun, baby.
If you think you're getting into Cold Steel, the movie, you're wrong.
I'm trying so hard to start taking Bushido lessons and everything.
Action.
Where is he? Who are you talking about? Adelaide! I don't know.
They knew I
was there, but how?
Oh, you man, Steen the musical.
How did they know I was there? I don't know, but they knew you were there. This is impossible. McTeague was just a 9 to 5er.
What just happened there? You look so dejected.
Oh,
That's alright, I just walked into the door. I walked into the door frame, yeah.
so good.
It was dark.
You couldn't kill Jeffrey Adelaide.
Johnny, I can see you.
It's such a good vibration.
The door.
I had to unlock that door for you to get me out of there.
Just break the window and climb through. Damn it, Chris!
He's missing his arm. Oh, that was so good.
Thank you. I really like it.
That's alright. I forgot we were filming.
I know that.
You good?
Yeah.
Keep listening. Sexy. Good. That's for the fans right there.
I like how she laughed the most since we've been here at the sexy part. Yeah, sexy.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
I think it's funny how gay you guys are.
Oh.
Something familiar, Papa?
So good.
The nose twitch.
Seriously.
Thumbs up.
So good. So good. All right, gentlemen, that was Steen's Revenge. How was
Certainly
that
was.
trip down memory lane?
Good times.
Better than I thought it would be.
Hey, the movie ages well. It's a testament to your work that it's.
Oh, thank you. Come
No,
on.
it actually does age well. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, no, it's still, it holds up.
It's timeless.
Yeah,
Oh,
it really
so,
is.
Danesh, how's All right, listener, you gotta get this man more work. He's awesome.
Agreed. I saw a commercial with one of the guys who was in the Office Party. He's in a Questrade commercial. And I was like, oh, cool, he's getting work. Why is it Danesh in commercials?
So good question, but I will be honest with you. I think I'd probably say in the last 9 years, I have made no effort whatsoever to like pursue my acting career.
Oh, that's part of it, I guess.
That's part of it. I think, yeah, just life stuff happened, and then you know, bills and things, and life, and house fires, and other weird, you know, things.
Right.
And so, but realistically, watching this and kind of looking at like everything that's going on, I mean, I would love to get back into acting again. So it's definitely something. Once we're allowed back outside and we can do things, I need to get myself back involved and start going to auditions and doing some stuff. Because I mean, yeah, like looking at like that's the most fun I think I've had doing anything in my life. So definitely need to pursue it more.
Well, I was saying to Mike, I looked up on IMDb, and it said like you had done a White Samurai or whatever it was in 2016. So I was like, I was trying to find a video.
Oh.
And then just as we're watching this, I'm like, dang it, man, Danesh needs to be on my screen more.
I would love to. Like, we need to make that happen. We'll start with volume 2, and then I'll use that on my demo reel, and I'll start getting more work. How about that?
Perfect. That puts a lot on my shoulders, you know. I gotta write this. I think I have to rewrite the movie because it's just too grand. Or I need to make it like 3 movies. Make a quadrilogy of Steen Revenges.
Well, you know, trilogies. We were talking about it earlier. You know, if you do it right, we can make it happen.
Well, there's trilogies and quadrilogies. You can be the first quintilogy. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
sure. I want to do it so it's like the idea I had a while back was 5 movies, 2 trilogies, where like the third movie is the third of the first trilogy and the first of the second trilogy.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what my idea was for that. So.
Well, in the meantime, I have 2 short films that I've kind of dreamed up that I would love to do at some point. So we can sit down. I think we talked about that once, Mike.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and so
I don't remember what they were, but yeah. Yeah, so like I got all this like in preparation for volume 2. I bought all this camera gear and filmmaking gear, and it's dusty. It's in my bedroom. It's just sitting there. I spent so much money. I was in debt for years. In fact, I think I still haven't paid it off. Yeah, it's just sitting there idle. I need to use it.
Does this make you miss the filmmaking piece a bit, Mike, or
do I miss it?
Yeah.
Generally, no. Honestly, I don't. But when I start to like get into it, like when I look at my old footage, or when I like right now I have my editor up in the background. When I look at it and I start working in it, that's when it all comes back. I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever. This is what I'm meant to do with my life. Yeah.
All right.
But generally, I don't sit on the park bench on a breezy day and look into the distance and think, I miss the film world.
Yeah. I understand.
Right, that's fair.
So,
yeah. All right,
on that note.
Gentlemen, any final words before we sign off?
I love you guys. I miss you guys.
Oh, man.
I miss you too, man. This has been great. And it's been a long time since we've spoken.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're reunited.
Yeah. No, it's
so at a distance, but, you know.
No. But once we're allowed back into, like, population, I feel like we should definitely do, like, a get-together. And
oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. We should drive out to Chris's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be a great idea.
You guys can hang
Shoot
out
something in the hammer. We'll shoot something in the hammer. It's a perfect
heck yeah, man.
place for like a post-apocalyptic dystopia.
Well, I sent you both pictures where I was walking by like 3 construction sites. It's just like Steen was here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, let's do it.
Destruction and one day there was randomly blood on the sidewalk where I was like, something terrible happened here last
Steen
night.
was here.
Steen was here.
Where do you live? Like, what is happening?
There was a murder just around the corner from you, Chris. Well, I'm sure you know that, but like what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a murder just around the street.
Legit, I like Hamilton, but at the same time, I can't wait to move away from here. Like, it's got all the problems of Toronto, just much more condensed.
Oh no.
Like,
Or as you said one time, it's a city full of Walmart shoppers.
But it does have it's got some really good stuff, some really good restaurants and all that Mike, you and I have gone to several. Shout out to Bedrock Bistro, and then
What are the other ones?
Place.
The what?
The pirate ship place we went to.
The ship. Yeah, I want to go back
yeah.
there because I didn't even begin to crack the surface of that menu.
Okay.
Well, once this is done, we'll definitely go do that. I mean, I'm always down for a burger. They made really good pub food.
Amen. That.
Maybe some good Viking food.
Some good Viking food. Yeah. I just got the Police Squad series. They just released it on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna watch that.
Nice.
Well,
that's the thing. I was talking to someone the other day. They're like, "What are you doing to cope with being home?" I was like, "I'm just binging a lot." And they're like, "You did that before." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm binging a lot more."
I can't binge watch things. Like
Really?
the only thing, no, I can't. Like I lose interest or I lose focus, and I just want something new. The only thing I can like put on, I found the only thing I can put on and just leave it and keep watching is How I Met Your Mother.
Huh.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can do that.
I have to watch it again because I love that show. But yeah.
I started doing a whole like old classic like film, like black and white films, like 60s films, going everything from like I did a whole Alain Delon, the French actor kind of thing where I watched like 8 or 9 of his movies in a row. Just kind of just looking back at all like old cinema and just trying to find different things to watch. Doing like a 90s retrospective, like True Romance, some Pulp Fiction. Like I'm just going through a whole bunch of films that I loved. It's a good time.
Yeah. If you're looking for old movies, you should get on the Canopy service. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's got like all the Criterion and all these art films and all these classic films and all this. It's free if you have a library card.
Okay. Yeah.
The Hamilton library card will work for that.
I don't think so. It's a Toronto thing.
Dang it.
I don't know. Maybe Hamilton offers it too. It's a library service, so I don't know. Look it up. Canopy with a K. Yeah, they've got everything. They got Kurosawa. They've got
nice.
Why am I drawing a blank on his name? A French director did Breathless. Godard.
Oh, yeah. Godard. Yeah.
So yeah, they've got everything really. Well, not everything, but man, it's got a lot of like classics.
Yeah, I'll check that out because I've just been online looking at every streaming service that I have and every option between Prime and Netflix and YouTube and everything, trying to find like these movies. So it's and some of them like I watched True Romance the other night and I forgot how much I enjoyed that movie. I mean, it is violent and it's weird. I forgot that it was written by Tarantino, which kind of connects in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But there was like I was thinking about it afterwards, and it's just a really messed up love story between those two characters. Like it's a really unhealthy love story, but at the same time, it's written in such a like cute, lovable kind of way.
Yeah,
it holds up, and you're just like, yeah, I see it. So.
I've been watching just a lot of the Toho monster movies, or even the Die monster movies, like the Gamera trilogy from the 90s, is outstanding. But then last night, just as an exercise of, hey, I'll watch a movie that I hate just to see if my opinion's changed. I watched the 1998 TriStar Godzilla. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
The Matthew Broderick one?
yeah, it's it was interesting just to sit down to be like, okay, set aside your Godzilla fanboy criticisms because those are accurate, but those are hang up that you're not. Just see if there's stuff you can enjoy about the movie. And the first act's all right. The second act is just terrible, and it's one of those cases where especially an actress or well, in this case, an actress in her performance just really makes you hate the movie so much more. Like Tay Leone in Jurassic Park 3, whatever the actress, whatever her name was, who played Audrey in the Godzilla movie, I'm like, I hate you. I hate your character.
I don't even remember her. I need to like.
I actively want you to die. You're the worst.
Wow.
But
The only thing I really remember about that movie was that Puff Daddy did the soundtrack.
Yeah. In collaboration with Jimmy Page.
When I got to the credits, I was like, this song's a lot better than I remember it being.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to do that, I guess.
Indeed.
Well, on that note. All right, well, dear listener and viewer, thank you for listening and watching along with us. I hope you enjoyed this movie and this chance to reunite with Mike and Danesh. I've missed them so. And Steen was such a fun experience for me that it's something I love going back to. And I did even reference on the podcast once, doing the Q&As with Mike and then with Mike and Danesh kind of did help influence along with Pastor Hector Mirai with Faith and Fandom and then other podcasts. It influenced me to get into this. So it's such a fun takeaway and was such a fun, pivotal experience for me that I love the chance to go back, but also revisit it with these guys any chance I get. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure.
My
Can
pleasure.
people find you?
Like, you want my address or?
No, not
I live in East York.
Mike, just because we did the East York trivia every once in a while when I'd have you on. Random trivia for anybody who's tracking that about East York. Mike shot at Victoria Park Elementary School and Cosburn Middle School / Diefenbaker during Steen's Revenge.
I didn't shoot at Victoria Park.
Yeah, yeah, you did at the end. That was Vic Park Elementary.
What, the stare down at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Diefenbaker.
Nah, Diefenbaker was where the windows
I know
were.
where I was, Chris.
All right,
I
my
walked
bad.
by the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, we shot Steve's Revenge here. Yeah, that was totally Diefenbaker.
Shot anything.
I could have sworn Vic Park was there. My bad. All right,
Victoria Park. No, we did. I think we did shoot some of the montage. No, we didn't shoot any montage there. We shot some of the montage at Our Lady of Fatima in Scarborough.
Oh, Scarborough.
Where I unfortunately lived for 7 or 8 years. Now I'm back home in East York, and everything's right again.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, and then Danesh, where can people find you?
I'm near Bloor and Ossington.
Middle Korea.
Socials, gentlemen. Socials.
Realistically, the only thing I got right now, I mean, socially, it's probably Instagram. So it's just Danesh Hanbury on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah, socially, I don't really do anything. Twitter, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I view it, but I don't tweet too much. Mike Naulls. Balls as in, it's BAWLS.
Like
I don't know. Yeah, like balling, which wasn't the idea, but I couldn't use balls. Twitter wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Like BALL. So it kind of ruined everything.
That's a whole mess right there.
It's a real mess because people now it looks like I cry all the time. But that wasn't the idea. It's supposed to be like bowels. That's how you're supposed to say it. Bowels.
My gosh.
Not balls, but balls. Like I'm a baller.
Like I'm a baller out of control. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do search Mike Naulls on YouTube, especially if you type in Steen's Revenge, it will take you to his YouTube channel, which has some of Mike's other work, which was there's some really good stuff there, man. The stuff you did with Bruce with Tracy Defragmented, or
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't win that contest, but whatever.
you have
It
also
was a
got
contest that I did that.
A fun random Just Cause 2 video up on there.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay, yeah.
Some random ducks in the backyard.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
But also Cold Steel, which is a pleasant viewing.
That's my opus. Yeah. I loved that short. If you want to call it a short, I don't know what to call it. I loved that project.
I'm telling you, man, Danesh, we got to get you in the remake.
Let's do it. Part 2. Even colder. I don't know.
Colder steel.
There we go. All right, well, listener and viewer, thank you for joining us today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Be safe, and God bless, my friends. Take care.